I know why you clicked this video. You want to make 100, 500, 1000x gains in cryptocurrency. And you want to know what are those low cap cryptocurrencies Suppoman's gonna pump. You are a degenerative gambling scumbag that just cannot help but be addicted to making savage FU money in crypto. You want to know what calls I'm gonna make. Well, here we go. I am gonna be ranking cryptocurrency, their multiplier potential. Are you ready to learn with me? The Suppoman. The Suppoman. Would you like to learn what are the top 100 to 1000x new tiny microcap cryptocurrencies with the potential to turn $1,000 into 100,000, if not a million, if not $10 million? I am going to be ranking cryptocurrencies for their multiplier potential using my favorite system, the tier list. Because the tier list is the easiest way for you to comprehend the potential for gains for these cryptocurrencies. So I'm going to be going into them, I'm going to be looking at each of them, and what we've got here is a mixture of cryptocurrencies that are out right now, cryptocurrencies you don't know about, and very, very tiny microcap gems that are going to be launching that you need to know about. So, if you love this, you will love me, the Suppoman, your superhero of 100 to 1000x gains. I have found them in the past, and I have seen YouTubers complain about me that say, oh, Suppo, he talks about so many coins, no wonder he can say this 100x because he talks about 500 coins. Well, that's not a crap, because if you actually watch my videos, then you will see that I don't rank these coins willy-nilly. I look for the strongest and I rank them in the 100 to 1000x categories. Yes, we are going to be having one of the most savage bull markets of our the most savage bull market I think that ever existed. And it's already kind of kicked off. So the potential to make money is huge. And I want to make sure you know what coins can get you that money. Hence why I make these videos and show you so many cryptocurrencies. But only a small selection actually make it into the 50 to 100x plus categories. So, if you're ready to learn with me, then make sure you smash a like on this video. Let me just make sure that I'm actually live and everything's fine. Yes, it looks like it is. Yes, and you can hear me and everything. So all you need to do is just quite literally tap a like. Tap a like. It really helps me more than you know. When I see those numbers on that like button, it makes me happy. It makes me come back. It makes me look for gems for you. Also, subscribe if you haven't, because I am the man that provides you with the alpha. And I provide it to you live, so make sure that you put post notifications on for when I'm live, so you don't miss out. So, I have found cryptocurrencies in the past, and I have already got 3 in this bear market that have gone over 100x, and I've got 5 that have over 50x'd. And we haven't even got started yet. So, we have got a world of incredible opportunities. Now, if you want to make sure that you know what I am DCAing into, I only invest in very select cryptocurrencies. I don't invest in everything. So if you want to know what I'm investing in, then you will want to join my DCA Telegram group, which is at the end of this course on Udemy for $10 only. And you go into this group here, and you will see what I buy. I don't post in there often, but when I post in there, you're going to want to know about it. It's the last post I put in there. The cryptocurrency 10x'd within a week. So make sure that you go in there and know what I'm buying. Now, I've just seen an incredible donation come through on the bottom from Joe Bars. Thank you very much, Joe Bars. I can't do the thank you screen because of YouTube copyright. So I will do this. I'm living in Monaco. I'm living in a dream. Really? Really? Yes. So there you go. There's your Monaco karma. Thank you very much, Joe Bars, who I believe actually makes incredible investments. She's also in my Telegram group. So, anyway, let's get started. So, actually, before I get started, and I always forget to do this, as usual, nothing I say is to be construed as financial advice. Crypto is largely unregulated and high risk, and people who invest should be prepared to lose all their money. And everything I say to you in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. Yes, educational purposes only. Anyway, so right now we are seeing incredible levels of greed right now. Look, we are at 79. Yesterday we were at 72. It's feeling euphoric, and I get a bit scared. I'm going to tell you right now, we are, by market cycles, nowhere near the top, or shouldn't be anywhere near the top, because typically a bull cycle lasts 18 months, and typically from the point of halving. And yet, pre-halving, we are seeing astronomical prices. We're seeing Ethereum, literally 1,000 away from its all-time high. Bitcoin, literally about 10,000 away from its all-time high. So it says to me two things. It says to me that either, and I'm going to draw this for you, it says to me that either this is price, this is time. Where we have come from was the peak in 2021. We then had the market falling for 2022, and then 2022, end of 2022 to 2023, we were pretty much flatlined, particularly for altcoins. Now we have started seeing altcoins going right up, and actually further than where we first had resistance, around about the $48,000 mark. So now we are powering. Now we could do one of two things. We could either just keep going up, and basically have the mega bull of bull runs. Or we could be seeing that actually we could drop post-halving, just before the halving, and then we could have a recession that could take us down, and then it resumes the bull market until around about 2026, 2027, or we have a bull market that has already began and is likely to either end around about end of 2024, first quarter, maybe beginning of second quarter 2025, or we have the bull run of our lifetime, and it just keeps going, and it just keeps going. Who knows? There's a world of opportunity, but the most important thing and the best thing that you can do is invest in cryptocurrencies at their absolute lows, either because they have bottomed or because it's a pre-sale, and ride those waves. The best way to make money in cryptocurrency is to get in early opportunities, either because it has come out and nobody really knows about it, and there's massive opportunities to be able to make money through those cryptocurrencies, or by getting in pre-sales, or buying when something has come out recently and it may not necessarily have that, may not have all the YouTubers talking about it, but you know about it through me. I don't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, so something isn't going to be instantly hyped because of me. You're safe with me. Anyway, I'm just going to go straight into the action. So I will answer any questions from you at the end. But first of all, we are going to be looking at the cryptocurrencies that you see right in front of you. And I'm going to be going through this tier system here, which is a little bit more detailed. 5 to 1000x, but you've also got 500x, 70x, and 30x in there. So the first one we're going to be starting with is AIPad. AIPad is a launchpad for AI projects, and it was brought out by Bluezilla. If we have a look at my best ever cryptocurrency performances, about at least 6 in here were Bluezilla based cryptocurrencies. MetaVPad, Valhalla, AstroSwap, PulsePad, TronPad, AdaPad, KCCPad, GameZone. So Bluezilla have been, anyway, masters at producing launchpads and launching these ultra low cap degen cryptocurrencies on their launchpads. And AIPad is soon, probably in the next few days, going to be launching Zybot. Zybot is an AI-based Telegram bot that shows you what coins and what narratives are trending so that you can be on top of trends before anybody else. I'm going to be using it because I want to know if Deepin is suddenly, Deepin cryptocurrency is doing well, meme coins are doing well, AI or gaming, I want to be early. I want to know early. And that's the kind of thing you get from that. And they are also going to be launching another cryptocurrency that is called BlastFi, which is a launchpad for the Blast Layer 2 chain. So there's going to be a new Layer 2, EVM compatible, that is called Blast. It was developed by the people at that created the Blur the Blur NFT platform. And these are going to be launching on AIPad. And that gives you an indication of they are launching stuff. And they're probably going to be increasing how many launches they have as this bull trend continues. So as far as I'm concerned, from where AIPad sits right now at 13.9 million, and this is nearly 50% already circulating. So that means you're not going to have a huge amount of dilution like you get with a lot of gaming coins. So it's $28 million fully diluted. I would say that given how Bluezilla launchpads can do in a constant run of up only, that they could do anywhere from 30 to 50x from where they are now. The next cryptocurrency is going to be one of my favorites, Moonbeam. Moonbeam is a layer 1 multi-chain cryptocurrency. That means that you can deploy your dApps onto multiple chains, exclusively mainly for Polkadot, but also for Ethereum and also for a number of layer 1 chains. So for instance, Solana, Near, Elrond, Ethereum, Avalanche, and all across multiple chains without having to do any changes to code. So you can just port them to different chains. And that's what makes it fantastic, because as a dApp developer, you are going to be wanting to, if you were a games developer back in the old era, you would want your game to be available on Nintendo, on Sega, on Sony, on Microsoft. You'd want it available everywhere, because that means that you get the maximum amount of revenue. As a dApp developer, you develop for Ethereum, for Binance Smart Chain, for Beam, or something like that. But how do you get it across all of them so you maximize your abilities to be able to get money as a dApp developer? That's what Moonbeam's about. Now, Moonbeam, the reason this doesn't move massively, because I hear a lot of people complaining about Moonbeam. The reason why this doesn't move massively is because this is largely connected to Polkadot, because this is a Polkadot parachain. A layer 1 parachain, one of the first that launched on Polkadot, and in my opinion, the best. So when Polkadot doesn't move, because Polkadot reached, what, $3.60 during the bear, the absolute worst of the bear, and now it's like, what, $7.80, $8? It's only done like a 2 and a bit X, and that's why Moonbeam doesn't really move. But Polkadot is going to definitely have a narrative. All narratives get a return. They always get a return. You're probably going to see shitcoins like Stellar Lumens, or Storge, or I don't know, Burst Coin, or Pink Coin, or Red Coin, those stupid coins. Everything always gets a return in a bull market. Alright? And Polkadot 2.0 is going to definitely uplift Moonbeam and actually give Moonbeam even better functionality, even better abilities to produce fast apps with very, very low fees. So I really like Moonbeam, and another thing I like about Moonbeam is that it's nearly fully diluted. They also burn Moonbeam with cryptocurrencies that you buy on the Moonbeam chain. When you buy it with Moonbeam, you are going to be burning Moonbeam out of circulation, so it becomes deflationary over time. And I believe that this is going to catch up with Moonbeam eventually. Now, Moonbeam presently is a market cap of 378 million, and that means that it is a low cap crypto. Actually, it means it's a mid-cap cryptocurrency. So with mid-caps, so you get microcaps, which is basically anything up to 50 million. And then 50 million to 250 million is a low cap. And then above 250 million up to 10 billion is a mid-cap. And then after 10 million, it's a large cap. So this is a mid-cap. So that does restrict your ability to make gains. Now, I got into Moonbeam, as did a lot of my community, at 16 cents. So it's already a 3x up from that. And from my personal perspective, this crypto could do anything from 20 to 30x. Next up, we have got Sui. Sui is a fast transaction blockchain developed by former Facebook developers. This chain can do upwards of 200,000 transactions per second. That is 4 times more than Solana at its best capability. And that shows you that Sui is amongst this new generation of cryptocurrencies I really like. And I got into it, again, if you've been following me for a while, you would have seen that I got into this under 40 cents, and it literally only went to 36 cents. So I got it virtually at the bottom. But I think there's still a long way to go for Sui, because as with Avalanche, as with Solana, you have ecosystem development. You have meme coins, you have DeepIn, you have AI, you've got gaming. All of these are yet to come out. And same for Moonbeam, actually. All of these are yet to come out and give more value to Sui as an ecosystem. Presently, it's the promise of it. There are some coins, there's some meme coins, a couple of DeFi coins, but nothing really major with Sui at this point where you can see its capabilities. But I think that Sui is a potential powerhouse. Now, it has got a very, very large, fully diluted market cap of 16 billion. Having said that, I do think this could be make a transition to the big league. I certainly think that Moonbeam has got the potential to 20x at maximum. And this is purely on the basis that we could just be seeing an up-only bull run for, at least a year. If the recession is delayed till after the elections, then it could be the case that Sui has an up-only, aggressive up-only, with the rest of the market. And that could take it to 20x, particularly with the fact that a lot of the dilution is going to be happening over the next 3 years. So if it bypasses the dilution happening because there's an aggressive bull market for a year alone, then this one could do very, very well. Next up, we have got something that you will probably never have heard of. And in fact, I can only find it on here. So it's Mooned, right? MoonEdge. MoonEdge is a launchpad for gaming projects. Now, it's very unlikely you'll have heard of it. This is a cryptocurrency that is $893,000 market cap. And for this, what you need to do is, for this launchpad, you only need 5,000 of these tokens, which from what I've heard is about $50. Let me just have a look. $33 to be able to take part in launches on here. Now, these guys are actually launching cryptocurrencies I've spoken about. So I've spoken about Xverse. I have actually invested in I invested in Animalia, and I invested in Fabled about 3 years ago. And these are the kinds of games that you're able to get into with literally $50. $30 is all you actually need in order to take part in these IDOs. 5,000 tokens, I believe, staked, and then you're able to take part in these IDOs. So just on the basis of what has come out already, so Animalia, Xverse, there's one called Evermoon, which I could have taken part in, but I didn't. But look, this is a kind of battle game. This is a shooting game. This is a card trading game. But they're all games. All right. So this is a gaming launchpad that is super, super cheap. And I know of somebody connected with this that I trust. So therefore, I know this isn't a rug pull. But I think over the course of time, they are going to be launching more projects, better projects. I believe they have got, some real tier ones. I haven't invested in this yet. But it's something that I would consider investing in, just literally because the barrier to entry is super low. A lot of people say to me, oh, Suppoman, if you get into Blue Zilla, you have to spend like $10,000 to get a $50 allocation. Well, guess what? With this, you spend $33. You can't complain afterwards when you have an option of something like this. So we have to wait and see how Xverse does. I think that Xverse has got explosive potential. It hasn't even come out yet. So you can't actually if you were wanting to invest in Xverse, you can still do that via MoonEdge. And I'm sure they're going to be coming out with other stuff. So, MoonEdge, I think, just based on where it is right now, $893,000 market cap, I think this one has got 50x potential. Particularly because their concentration's on games, and Xverse is a first-person shooter. A lot like Shrapnel, a lot like Bloodloop, a lot like Off the Grid. That kind of ilk of game. Maybe not in that kind of league in terms of investors and in terms of developers, but certainly a good cryptocurrency to get exposure to something that's going to open out smaller. Because Xverse, from my calculations, is going to be $720,000 market cap opening out. So you get exposure to this, which is 800,000 as it is, and also a cryptocurrency is going to be under $1 million that has got potential. So yeah, so there we are. So that is MoonEdge. Next up, just like Sui, we have got Aptos. Aptos is another Layer 1 blockchain that was created from Facebook developers. The guys who were creating Libra, which was going to be the Facebook cryptocurrency, they actually branched off, they shelved that idea, and they created Aptos. Aptos is 150 to 200,000 transactions per second when it gets going. This has got a lesser fully diluted market cap, but a higher circulating supply market cap. But I really like Aptos, I really like Sui. I think they're both very, very promising, and I think they're going to definitely both have a narrative, because they are 4th generation layer 1 blockchains that are very, very fast, have exceptional developers, are growing ecosystems. You only have to go on the websites to see that they are growing in games and AI and all that, all those different areas. It's just that at this point, they need to market better, and there's a lot more competition in the market. But I do actually think Aptos is a very, very solid cryptocurrency. I also think this has got 10 to 20x, maybe more. But at this point, I will, what I would say conservatively, put it in around about 20x. Next up, we have got one of my old favorites, Zen. Now, a lot of people have asked me for my updated thoughts on Zen, because presently Zen is very much towards the lowest it's ever been. The lowest Zen has ever gotten to is 6028, and presently we're on 6038. So we're only 28% above the lowest it's ever been. Now, Zen cryptocurrency is a simple DeFi platform. This is one where you just buy your Zen and you stake it. You can also mint Zen. Back in the past, you were able to mint Zen and be able to get a lot more valuable Zen, because you didn't have to stake it for as much, and you would have received it at a much higher price and been able to sell it. But this is one that you really pay a gas cost to mint. You can mint it across many, many blockchains, and that game theory is what has created what looks like millions of hodlers of Zen. There's millions of Zen wallets, and this is laying the groundwork for marketing later on. Now, what I will say is that in all the action that has taken place with cryptocurrencies, gaming, with AI, this one has not moved. So, in my personal opinion, this one doesn't necessarily have that incredible bullishness that it did previously. I guess because this came out at the tail end of 2022. So it has kind of become a bit old. A lot of people have held it for a long time. It's only gone down. And I think that that is a reason why Zen hasn't really done that incredibly well during this bullish phase. So with that in mind, I do think, as with everything always gets a return. You don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know how or what's going to unlock those gains, but it does happen. Like last year, there was a 10x gain in Zen out of nowhere. They said you were going to be able to burn your Zen to take part in other projects like Phoenix or X1 blockchain, and then there was a big surge in it, and then it went right back down to lower than it was, and it can just pop off at any point. How much will it pop off? Well, if this follows the likes of Hex, and Hex was one of the biggest gainers in the last bull market. It did a 2000x. It actually did a 10,000x from the bottom, but 2000x from the point that the bull market started in about 2020. If it followed on from that, then yes, it could do well. However, Hex had Richard Hart. Zen has got Jack Levin. Jack Levin is nowhere near as well-known, popular, famous, etc. I would say that Zen could still do a massive multiplier. Over time, it will be more beneficial to buy. People won't be mining, and therefore it won't be just generating more Zen into circulation. That's really why the price has gone down of Zen, is because with minting it, you put more in circulation, and that devalues the token price. But over time, people will stop minting it, and people will just buy it. And I do think it will have its return. It could do more than that, but I would say at this point, it's really a 30x cryptocurrency because of time making new 2024 coins way more explosive, way more bullish. You're more excited by them than something that, even though it's not necessarily bull market exposed, is quite old. Next up, we've got deep fake AI. Deepfake AI is probably my favorite AI play right now. The reason being is because this is an app I actually use. Okay, like I did in the last video. This is how I used it.
Would you like to learn
what artificial intelligence
cryptocurrencies
have the potential to 100 to 1,000x your money.
Turn $1,000 into 100,000, if not $1 million.
Now, as a content creator, deepfake AI is just brilliant. I mean, there's so many uses for it. I mean, I've used it in this instance to introduce my video. In other instances, you can use it for novelty factor. So, you know, like you've got with Cameo, where you pay stars to do a birthday message or a greeting message or something for a family member. You don't need to do that because you can use deepfake AI. Basically, deepfake AI allows you to produce videos with celebrities and they say exactly what you want them to, and it looks convincing. If you've ever watched a YouTube video and then a stupid Michael Saylor video pops up where he's like, oh yeah, today we've got a very important announcement, and if you click this QR code, then you'll get 50 Ethereum for every 1 Ethereum deposited, blah, 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 blah. You know, those are made with deepfake AI. Deepfake AI is beautiful technology. It's just brilliant. There's so many uses for it, and deepfake AI is the only one at this point that I have noticed doing it. All right, this is their whole value proposition. It is fake AI. And the thing is that this is a new cryptocurrency as well. I mean, this cryptocurrency at this point has a version 1. The version 1 is where you can basically make a influencer say what you want it to say, what you want them to say. Okay, so you've got a range at this point, and they're adding more all the time. They've recently added Bill Gates, and they're adding more all the time based on popular demand, based on what people are saying. You've even got Richard Hart on here. So there's going to be more, and I believe anyway, from what I have seen in their social media, is it's not just going to be purely limited to creating videos where one of these people says exactly what you want them to. It's like there's going to be greater use. Maybe in over time you'll be able to upload a video and superimpose like a celebrity's face on it. They've already created the technology, so clearly they've got a lot to work with. So from my personal perspective, from where they are right now, and it has kind of 8x from where it was, I still think there's a lot of potential, a huge amount of potential. And I personally think that from here, this one could 30x, maybe even 50x from here. But it's already done pretty well. At 3x from my last video, it kind of 8x from where I talked about in my DCA group. So I think this one has got super duper potential. The reason why this doesn't go higher is because in order to push into this, they have to migrate from being a kind of degen play into being a major play. All right, now that's not out of the realms of reasonability, because UFO gaming went from being worth a few $1 million in the last bull market to nearly being worth $1 billion, and it's not even that special. But because there was a lack of gaming development companies back then, that's why it was able to surge. And there's a real lack of deep fake AI. There's no deep fake AI that exists out there. Hence why I really like this. Next up, we are going to move to pre-sales. Okay, so the first one I'm going to talk about is QORPO Games. So QORPO Games is going to be coming out literally tomorrow, I believe. It's going to be coming out, and it's going to be, in my personal opinion, a mega hit. Why? Why do I think that? Well, one of the big reasons why is because QORPO Games is going to be launching a 1.45 million market cap. That gives it so much room to the upside. And the quality of their games is superb. Like, honestly, Citizen Conflict is like off the grid. It's like GTA mixed with off the grid. Very, very high potential. They were going to launch this game alone. This game was going to be its own cryptocurrency, but it's part of the suite of games they're going to be offering. So that shows you the quality that's going to come out of this. I genuinely think that if there is a Gala competitor, this one is it. They've been working on this for years. So they've got Citizen Conflict, which is basically GTA. Then they've got Animate, which is a NFT-based role-playing game. And then they've got Egos, which is basically just like Fall Guys. If you ever play Fall Guys on PlayStation or the Xbox, it's just like that. It's like Squid Games. It's like you've got this egg, you control it through an obstacle course, you want to win the ultimate prize. And those are just the 3 they've got right now. And there's going to be way more. So I think that this is a big hit in my opinion. From a 1.45 million market cap, I think that QORPO Games, this one has got the potential to 70 to 100x. I'm going to put it in 100x. Next up, we have got Aethir. Now, I've already spoken about Aethir quite a few times, but this is just, in my opinion, my play on the whole deep end. This is the one I'm going to be making, right? I missed out on Render. Render was, at the beginning of last year, it was like 10 cents. Now it's worth a fortune. Now it's worth, what, $6? To me, it's not a good investment. To me, yeah, Render's got a lot of bullishness and all that, but limited upside potential. It'll go up in percentage, but it won't go up in multipliers. So, to me, that one's gone. Internet Computer Protocol, I think that's probably still got 10x ahead of it, based on its current price. But we're talking about multi-billion dollar cryptocurrencies. And Aethir is going to be new, and this one is going to be concentrating on gaming and AI with distributed cloud and GPU rendering services. So and what I have noticed is more of the modern games are actually launching with Aethir. So we have got Xverse. Xverse is actually going to be launching with Aethir. So that shows you the use case of their GPU, of their graphics processing unit. This I think is a major play in gaming, AI, and deep end. So it's a bit like getting the best of everything. It's a bit like getting the best of Render, Internet Computer, Beam, and I don't know, Singularity Net. You got it all. Gaming, AI, GPU, deep end. It's a beauty, in my personal opinion. The only problem is I do think it's going to launch at a quite high market cap. However, there is going to be a node sale. That node sale is actually going to enable for people to be able to earn Aethir from the market cap of 150 million, which is the same price that major VCs got into. So from that perspective, the nodes are the opportunity. Yes, the token is also a massive opportunity, but so are the nodes. So from that perspective, from 150 million market cap, 150 million, 1.5 billion, 150 billion, 150 billion market cap is quite an ask. So I would say that this one is going to 50x. The next one is Star Heroes. Star Heroes to me is the game I am most bullish on. The single player game that I am most bullish on from the market cap is going to be starting at. Star Heroes is going to be starting at a $300,000 market cap. And you are going to be able to, there's going to be an airdrop of Star Heroes. So something that I would definitely recommend that you do is that you would, is to take notice of a lot of these posts that Star Heroes are publishing. And they are going to be having an IDO on Mobi HQ. I've never used Mobi. I haven't got a clue how it works. But there is an opportunity to get in an IDO as well, rather than just an airdrop. But they've just released their trailer. Their trailer looks epic.
Do you have what it takes? Team up. Focus. Be fast. Prove your skill.
Right, I'm not going to show you anymore. You can see it on their Twitter. I also retweeted it the other day. Oh, what a beauty! Like when I was an initial investor in Star Atlas, and they had a trailer that was nowhere near as good as that. This is going to be a really good space fighting game. It's going to knock the socks off anything. Star Atlas, Silas Heroes, Space Falcon. I think this is a beauty, and this one's launched. This one is a Game Swift game. Right, so Game Swift is an Arbitrum-based gala, basically, with infrastructure for DApp developers. And so Star Heroes is like is going to be Game Swift's first game. And so, yeah, this one I think is a mega hit. And I personally believe that Star Heroes has got 100x potential. It's $300,000 market cap. That is going to be 4x less than QORPO. And If it goes to 3 million, it's a 10x. If it goes to 30 million, it's a 100x. Now, think about UFO gaming. It had one game when it did a near billion market cap. And GameSwift has been super pumped. It's got a lot of hype. So what comes out of GameSwift could also have a lot of hype. So Star Heroes is a lot like what Star Atlas was for Solana. Star Atlas was the first game that came out on Solana. It was like their beacon game. And Star Heroes is going to be the beacon game of GameSwift. So, like I said, so this one could even do better than that. But it all depends on how quickly it dilutes. If it dilutes quickly, then it will stop its progress to a potential 500x. Okay, just think about it. Let's just have a look. 300,000 times 500. 150 million market cap. That's nothing. That is nothing. That's basically still half of Moonbeam. If we did 1,000, that would be 300,000. About Moonbeam. If we did 10,000, okay, that's probably a bit much. Let's just do like 3,000. 3,000 is 900. Oh, I may have got that wrong. That's 9 billion. 3,000, sorry. 3,000. 3,000x would actually put it where UFO gaming got to, near a billion. Now, I don't think it's going to do a 3,000x, but I do think it's just got explosive potential. That's why I believe you should definitely know about it and look to get into it. Because this one could do a 500x. It literally, I'm going to put it there anyway. You never know. You never know. See ya. Next up, we have got Bloodloop, which I clearly didn't load up. But Bloodloop is a third-person shooter, right? So this is basically along the same ilk as as Off the Grid and Shrapnel. I would say this is amongst the 3 most hyped gun games that are going to be coming out very, very shortly. So Bloodloop is going to be a first-person and third-person shooting game. Now, the thing that has failed in cryptocurrency up till now, with the likes of, I suppose, Illuvium, Axie Infinity was getting there, but didn't quite come outside of the crypto scope, is that big hit game, that big hit multiplayer online game, right? Where you want to play with your friends, where you want to battle, and it's got that commercial sex appeal. And Bloodloop is definitely one of them. This one's very, very promising. Now, Bloodloop, from the research that I have done, Bloodloop is going to be a 400,000 market cap launching. 400,000! That is incredible. Now, it is going to be a fully diluted market cap of 29 million. But it all depends on how quickly that gets diluted. With gaming coins, it doesn't happen quickly. Like, it tends to be about 10% a year or something like that. So I would say that this one it has got the potential to be one of those well-played games. This could be a commercial game. It's probably got less of a chance than Shrapnel and Off the Grid because those are talked about ad nauseum. Those have been, played by Dr. Disrespect and what's his name? I can't remember the name of the guy that he's got. He's one of the biggest Twitch streamers of all time, and he is a advisor for Shrapnel. And those therefore have much more potential of being that big game that is a crypto game that hits mainstream. But Bloodloop can certainly make a good go of it. And from a $400,000 initial market cap, I would say that Bloodloop, this one is also 100 to 500x. Because it's similar to Star Heroes. This one's going to be amazing, but really from the point of getting in at pre-sale, if such an opportunity exists. So otherwise, it will be much more reduced gains. But yeah, Bloodloop's going to be a big hit, I think, in my personal opinion. Next up, we have got Games with a 3 in it. Games.gg. Now, Games is looking to be the one-stop shop for gamers. They are looking to be the super app for gaming. They will have the ability to play 300 games directly on their platform. This is the Steam crypto. Steam is where you can play games. All right, you can play these PC-based games, download them and play them. And that is what you get with games.gg. This is the crypto version. They are going to have everything on here. They're going to have Shrapnel. They're going to have Alluvium. They've got the big time games. They've got Parallel, which is from, what's it, Prime. Pixels, everything. 300 games you are going to be able to play on here. But it's not, but yeah, so they're a games publisher. But that's not necessarily what is the really, really bullish part. The bullish part is the ability to earn playing via games.gg. They are likely to be games developers too, over time. Like Seedify. Seedify are actually looking to build games as well on their platform. So games.gg are likely to develop games, but in the meantime, you're going to be able to play every single crypto game on here. If you want, you don't have to go to each individual website and all that. You can play it directly on this site. So this is what's going to help onboard crypto gamers and make it very, very simple for crypto gamers. Bear with me a second. Let me just delete somebody from the chat who keeps saying the same stupid thing. There we are. Done and done. Right, okay. So you are going to be able to play any game and you'll be able to get reviews on them, news on them, guides on them. Right? So this is just a one-stop shop for everything. But the best thing is, this is also going to be a launchpad. The person who created games.gg is actually the former director at Polkastarter, the games director at Polkastarter. So, with the partnerships they're already creating, they've got partnerships. They've got partnerships with Alluvium, they've got partnerships with big time games, and they're going to have partnerships all across the gaming board, I believe. And so, they're going to also be a launchpad. So, taking his experience from Polkastarter, they are going to be allowing you the opportunity to stake your games.gg tokens and take part in what's likely to be tier 1 and premier tier gaming launches. So this one has a multitude of reasons why this should be an exceptional hit. Now, games.gg, this, I've only got the fully diluted value, which is 30 million. So that says to me, you know, if we're looking at Bloodloop, which is going to be a 400,000 initial market cap, I would say that games.gg is probably going to be around about the same. $500,000 to $1 million opening out. And given this is going to be the game's super app of crypto, destroying all the rest of them. Altura and Ultra. Forget those, right? This is the new era of super games app. So as far as I'm concerned, games.gg, this should do a 50x at least. At least. Possibly a 70x. I'll put it in 50x at the moment. Next, we have arguably the most hyped game in crypto ever. All right? Off the Grid by Gunzilla. Now, I don't know for sure. There may be opportunities still to purchase the licenses for the nodes for this that you may be able to find. But this one, I think, is just going to... this one's going to be the mega hit. This one has got arguably the best graphics in of any crypto game that's been made, and it's got also mega streamers have already been playing this, and therefore this one's just gonna likely shoot off like a rocket. Every crypto YouTuber's talking about this. Alex Becker, Virtual Bacon, Elio Trades, in the game. All of the big gaming crypto YouTubers are going to talk about this, and as they grow, as their subscriber size grows and their video views grow, this one is just going to, I think, just gather a momentum like a snowball and just keep going up and up and up. Now, Off the Grid is going to be opening out a $906,000 market cap with a fully diluted value of 70 million. But 906,000 when it comes out for public sale. Now, they are going to be launching the nodes on paid network, from what I've understood. I'm actually a paid network hodler, but I haven't looked into it. I've already gotten the nodes anyway. I've gotten a common and a rare, and you just earn as more and more people come to play Gunzilla. But this one, I think, is from 900,000. And if you're able to get a node, which is likely to be from paid network, then you're going to be generating gun right from the off. So this one, I would say, from 900,000, this one could be a 1000x. But you can see the basic premise here, though. Games are going to be massive. Absolutely massive. So for now, I'll put it at 500x, but it definitely has the potential to 1000. In fact, I'll leave it on 1000x. If these two are on 500x, then this was only double the amount, but it'll probably get over double the amount of market cap by the end of the bull market, 1000x. Next one is this one. This is an Aethir competitor. So GPU.net. This is a competitor to Render as well. This is another big deep in cryptocurrency. So it's distributed GPUs for multiple usage. So where you've got Aethir for games, you've got this for AI, 3D, and the Web3 industry as a whole. So this is going to be a large use case for deepin. All right, and also the name GPU.net. That's massive. That is a brand name if ever one has heard of one. And this one was created by the guy who actually scaled up Router protocol, which was backed by Coinbase. Former head of partnerships at Router helped to scale Router, and now he has come up with this, what I believe is a beauty. This is a beauty, in my opinion, anyway. So GPU.net. This one is going to be a little bit higher from what I have seen, but not actually dissimilar to what you see with Aethir. Okay, so whilst I haven't really got mine's a guesstimate really. There's going to be a 30 million initial market cap with actually this is probably more like to be could be 30, could be 60. This is actually going to be 600 million from what I've seen so far. It looks like this has got mega hype. So anyway, so this is possibly going to be a lot higher. So GPU kind of cryptocurrencies, they got higher valuations than games. So GPU is going to be 7 million initial market cap with a fully diluted value of 112 million. But again, that's not going to be released all in one cycle. Okay, it's going to be done over periods. So from a 7 million market cap, 7 million, 70 million, 700 million would make it a 100x. I think the dilution will come into play. So I will put GPU 50 to 70x, I would say. 50 to 70x. I'm going to put 70x. Next one is an idea you will be able to get involved with. So this is Outlanders. Outlanders was brought out by the creators of Nakamoto Games. So Nakamoto Games have already got a series of kind of mini games that you can play, but Outlanders is going to be their first big game, and they are launching it as a standalone token. All right, so
Craft your way to survive.
this is how it looks.
The one who stands will grant everything.
So you've got to remember, this is Nakamoto Games. Nakamoto Games have scaled their whole operation into being a behemoth, right, today, in terms of the actual price. You know, this one, it even surprised me how well this has done overall. You know, this has gotten to a large market cap, and it's still growing. It's, you know, if you think about it, it's not actually really even got going totally because we're still pre-halving, so you know we're not even past the old all-time high of Bitcoin, which is when you know the real retail money, the out of the non-crypto retail come in and speculate and chuck in money, and of course they'll probably be going to people like Alex Becker. That will take people to Nakamoto Games. Nakamoto Games will therefore take people to Outlanders. Now Outlanders is going to be launching a $750,000 market cap. So this is going to be a massive multiplayer online game. And the way to get into Outlanders is actually, I found a way. and it's through a website called Kanga Exchange. So Kanga is a launchpad of sorts, right? So these guys have already launched quite a few cryptocurrencies. They've launched Aethir games, they've launched virtual versions, and Creo Engine, which I didn't like, but it did well. Solidus AI Tech. So they've got quite a few decent cryptocurrencies underneath their launch list, and Outlanders is going to be another one. They previously had one at seed round, and they're going to be launching another one. And the thing is about Kanga is you don't actually need KYC for Kanga, and you actually don't need to hold any tokens. So Kanga does have a token. If you are wanting to be able to invest like 1,000 or more, you know, in the initial round, then you would need the token. You would need to hold. I don't know how many exactly. I think it's 1,000 tokens or something like that. You need to hold the tokens. You need to stake the tokens for a month. But actually, you can invest, I believe anyway, about $100 in the first round. So the Outlanders IDO is going to be on the 6th of March, and you can invest like $100 into it without KYC, without staking any coins. You just go to the platform, and you are able to. So they're going to have this with a public sale price, and you're going to be able to buy the land, and you're just going to be able to just put $100 in. And then once the first come first serve round comes, from what I've understood, you can then invest $10,000, up to $10,000 in it. So in the first come first serve, which you'll probably have to be very quick with. So that's how to get into Outlanders. So it's going to be the 6th of March. And I think Outlanders from $700,000 cryptocurrency, that puts it like, what, 150x away from Nakamoto Games. But, you know, Nakamoto Games is a full games publisher. This is a single title game. I would say it would not be unreasonable for this to expect a 30x to 50x. So if you're able to invest $100, then that could turn into $3,000. If you're able to use the up to $10,000 at the first come first serve, well, that could be even bigger, right? So 30 to 50x. The last one is one that I have heard about, and I heard about years ago actually, and that is a cryptocurrency called Red Belly. Red Belly is an industrial level layer 1 blockchain. It's not yet launched. And Red Belly from what the white paper says, upwards of 100,000 transactions per second. So this is a high performance industrial blockchain. I remember researching it when I was researching Quant Network back in 2019. But now they're going to be launching a cryptocurrency token. So these guys have always been around infrastructure wise, but now they're going to be launching as a token with the focus of real-world asset tokenization. So what these guys have done is they've looked at the various bills regarding, you know, the issuing of securities, okay? Because that is ultimately what real-world assets is about. It's about the ability to buy securities legally. So what these guys have done, they've looked at the various bills, the various legislation from the US Senate, etc., regarding the issuing of securities to provide a layer 1 that provides a compliant way to have access to real-world assets. So this is what they're saying, projected to be the number 5 in global real-world assets TVL by Q3 2024, because presently they're already performing pretty well, with 2.3 billion in total value locked, behind Arbitrum at 2.6. This might be slightly old data, but it's showing you that it has got potential. It has got a focus as a layer 1. With real-world asset cryptocurrencies, what you're seeing right now is you're seeing platforms that enable you to potentially have exposure to different types of real-world assets. This is providing a whole infrastructure for dApps. Layer 1 for dApps in the kind of real-world asset tokenization industry. And therefore, this one has high potential. I didn't put an initial market cap for this. So I personally think that Red Belly could be a big hit. I don't know what the market cap is because I don't think that information is readily available. But I would say that it's very, very likely this will probably open out at around about 10 million because it's a layer 1. So from that perspective, 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion. This one I would say has 50x potential also. Right, there we are, people. Those are the cryptocurrencies I believe have incredible upside potential. And you're knowing about them right from the early, right from ground zero, to know what to look out for and to try, anyway, to get into these however you can. And also to know the evaluations, because when they do come out, if you are not able to get into private sale, then you at least have some points of reference to be able to know how early are you getting into these cryptocurrencies. You know, if Bloodloop should come out and then it's worth 1 million, you know it's only 2x from IDO, that's still got incredible potential, could still do 100x from there. So it's good to have this knowledge in your armory to be able to use for later on. Right, okay. How long have I been live now? Nearly an hour. So let me take some questions from you guys, see what you guys are looking at, etc. And I also see some super chats, so let me look at them. And by the way, people, while there are so many of you, 981, that's incredible. Please smash the like if you love this kind of content. There is no YouTuber bringing out stuff like this to you. There's no YouTuber that's telling you about all these opportunities. There's none that are showing you the initial market caps, and none that are showing you where they see the potential. They don't have the bollocks to do it. They just complain about me. Oh, Suppoman, he says 1,000 coins are going to go to 100x. Idiots. Run over. Mic dropped. Okay. Yeah, let's have a look and see these. How many X's for Smart Layer Network from here, Suppo? Well, it's presently made a 10x, hasn't it, from its IDO price. But Smart Layer has had no penetration yet. This has had no penetration in the wider market. All right, so it's a little bit like Celestia when it first came out. And people were like, ooh, what's modular blockchain? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. And they didn't really get it, so they didn't really invest in it. And it's similar with Smart Layer Network. So Smart Layer Network bring out this new concept of ERC 5169 tokens, which are basically smart dynamic tokens that in holding them, they actually have an interface attached to them. And I'm really excited to see how that looks because the technology sounds insane. And so, yeah, I expect that once this is understood, this will start flying. But at this present time, it's not really understood. So I'd probably say from here, at least another 10x, but it's already done a 10x. Hey, Suppo, you sold your Tesla yet? Got a Maserati yet? Pff, I'm never getting a Maserati. Maserati sucks balls. What do I think of Mint Layer? I think Mint Layer is okay. Mint Layer is basically what is it? It's like a Bitcoin sidechain, isn't it? This was one of the layer 2 that allows users to build decentralized ecosystem rooted in the established network of Bitcoin blockchain. Yeah, so it's basically dApps. It's a dApp layer for Bitcoin apparently, which is essentially what Soshi VM was. This one, I would say, yeah. I mean, if we have a look at its growth, it's already gone from 2 cents. In November, 64 cents. So I don't give a shit for it. No, I'm not going to bother if it's already made that, that kind of jump in price. The money's already been made, and I'm just waiting there, sitting there, waiting to get dumped on. I don't think so. Review Crazy Frog meme coin. I don't really get involved in meme coins unless the relevance of it strikes a chord with me. Crazy Frog is like a 2005 meme with a super Axel Foley music. Don't know. How many hodlers are there of this? 2,400 hodlers. A lot of people know of it. I mean, half of the battle with memes is having a reference point that is understood. Wojak, people know. Pepe, people know. Shiba now, people know. And it goes, of course, the Doge. So, Crazy Frog, it's not a bad brand, to be honest. But, and this one's not that old, but, nah. Not my kind of thing. Oh, wow. Loads more super chats just opened out. So if I don't see your super chat, just let me know what it was that you said. What do you think of Node AI? Have I looked at Node AI? I think I might have done. When I was looking through... Yes, I have looked at Node AI. Yeah, 20 million market cap. This has come... It's not even a week old. 4x'd. They've actually got GPU as the ticker. Interesting. And what is this market? 20 million. Fully oh wow. 100%. 10,000 followers. So their marketing isn't great then. Yeah, this looks like it's not at a bottom, but also not uninvestable. Powering the demand for next generation AI. Harness the power of decentralized AI with Node AI. Key storage providers, NVIDIA. Well, they're behind everybody now, aren't they, basically? Rent AI nodes. Not bad. Let me have a look on Crypto Rank and see who has got involved in this, if anyone. Doesn't look like they have. No, they haven't. No, it doesn't look like it's got VCs. So this is like, in a sense, a bit of a degen play, because it definitely has pumpermentals potentially. 4% buy tax. There we are. So this is a degen play then. It's okay. It's okay. I wouldn't say that it's got Powerhouse written all over it. It's certainly no Aethir. You've got multi-AI, Suppo. I didn't forget it. I think actually they fucked up. So multi-AI. So this is an apparent AI suite of functions. A bit like ChatGPT, bit like AI Pin, that kind of thing. But they're available on all different chains. They've got different prices on different chains. That's dumb. That's a stupid idea. Have one fucking token. That's it. Simplicity. I think the one that's mainly of interest to anybody is the BSC one. But yeah. And yeah, this looks like it's a good degen play. But I don't feel too comfortable talking about it at this point. I have an opportunity to get a Guns Rare node for 8k. Get it. I would get it. Because hold on a minute. And thank you very much for the $10, Mika. Let me have a look and see how much they were. I think they were 7k. Let me have a look. Rare, 8k. Rare... Oh, 5k. Oh, 5k. So that's kind of an OTC deal then, right? So that's what, nearly 100. That's what, a good 66% on top. I don't know if I would go with that. Maybe. Depends on how desperate I was to get into Gunzilla. I did pay a little bit of a premium on mine, but yeah, I think that it's going to be a big hit either way. So it allows you, just like how I did with Playable, the node just gives you rewards all the time. So it's always accumulating for you. And Rare, let me just have another look. Rare unlocks 50k tokens. Yeah, so there's quite a lot of value to be derived from it. So yeah. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I would, but I might. I don't know. But that's definitely That's definitely quite a tough one. Vapor Fund. Okay, seeing as though you've contributed, I will look at it very quickly, but it sounds like shit. Sounds like a really awful name. It's got 1-to-1, no, 2-to-1 value. Inflation Hedge Fund. Why? Oh, wait a minute. This is what I invested in with Bluezilla, isn't it? I got into this VPR. It's still got good volume, funnily enough. Yeah, when I saw the Visa integration, I thought, oh, that sounds just like that Bluezilla one. Yeah, the thing is with payment cryptocurrencies is that they are just a bit, they're just not very bullish. Look at Caster, awful. Crypto.com, not that great. You know, and there was another one. They're not that bullish. I did invest in it, but I'm not feeling that bullish about it. What do you think about PNG? What the fuck is PNG? Oh, Pangolin. This is a decentralized exchange for Avalanche, isn't it? Let's have a look at this compared to Joe. It's the same. I'd go with Joe. Joe is like Uniswap, and Pangolin's a bit like Sushi Swap. It's like the poor man's version. You know what I mean? I do like it. I got some in an airdrop. Can't remember why I got it in an airdrop, but I remember getting the airdrop, and it's okay. David Eccles, thoughts on 0x leverage? Sounds like crap. I don't even know what. I don't give a fuck for these kinds of coins. 0x leverage. What the hell? Oh, this. Come on. Oh, what a shit-looking website. Groundbreaking all-in-one DeFi trading bot, blah, 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 blah. This actually is not far off the market cap of, like... It's not far off the market cap of Profit Bots, and Profit Bots is actually decent. You know, Profit Bots gives you insane yields. Yeah, it gives you insane results. And that one that I've just looked at looks like a steaming pile of horse shit. It looks like manure. It just looks so disgraceful. Why would anybody invest in that utter crap? So look at this. Figure AI. I know somebody was talking about that in my group. And this caught it early. Look, 48x. Out the gates. People are like talking about it in my group when it's already made a 48x. So that's showing you what ProfitBots does. Fucking insane. And you need 300 profit for Godlight mode, which would have got you in this. This is a fucking Telegram bot. That is shit. Fucking crap. But thank you for the £5, honestly. Right, okay. Any sing others? Are you holding tail? No, I didn't. I never bought it, unfortunately. I spoke about it a lot, but never bought it. Can you have a look at Metastrike? Well, Metastrike is something I'm invested in. And I would say it came out before its time. You know, it came out way before its time. Metastrike is basically... It's not as good... Nowhere near as good as Bloodloop, Off the Grid, and Shrapnel. Not in the same league. Whereas they look like, and were actually probably brought out by, you know, people who actually designed PS5 games. Metastrike looked like it was designed by somebody who was like developing for the Sega Genesis or something, or Sega Mega Drive. So it's good, but it's not as good. It's got potential, certainly. What do you think about Playable? I fucking love Playable. Playable's awesome. Okay, I think that is the end. Unless anybody's got any other. Let me see if there's any. What is a range number of coins you recommend for a portfolio? That's a great question. That's a fucking great question. I've been thinking about this a lot because, I mean, I'm invested in... I tried to think. I actually counted up earlier all the new coins I'm invested in, and I've spent upwards of 300k lately. So look, my legacy, I've got like some of these I may have sold, I don't know. I've got like 41, and then new 51. So like that's near 100 cryptocurrencies, and that's not even looking at the ones that are my latest investments. So I mean, I've taken the biscuit when it comes to the amount of cryptocurrencies. But having said that, in my legacy play, I would say that all of these tokens don't actually amount to a lot in the grand scheme of things. I tend to have bigger positions in ones that I have more conviction in. So depends on how much you're looking to spend. It depends on how big your portfolio is. My portfolio is a ginormous portfolio, like in terms of value. So, I think of this question because I see, like, for instance, Jerry Banfield. And he concentrates on one token alone. Maybe he's got three internet computer type cryptocurrencies that have splintered off from his internet computer investment. So, but he's like 99% in internet computer. And internet computer in the last few weeks has not moved a fucking muscle. It's like $12. That's all it's been. It's like either gone up to 14 or it's gone down to 10. But it's $12. And whilst Ethereum's been going up and AI and gaming, everything's been going up. Like that's just done nothing, right? So my portfolio has just been fucking just rocketing, right? Because of all these narratives that get recycled and just via osmosis, they still keep going up 3 steps, back to 1 step, over 3 steps. So it just keeps on growing and growing and building. And so having a diversified portfolio is very important. I would say have at least 10, I would say. My first fortune was made being all in on one. Like back in 2017, I was 90% or 95%, I would say, in a cryptocurrency called Bitcoins, which is now pretty much null and void, and that did a 320x. So you do get you it can work, but you have to make sure that if you're going all in, you're going all in at the bottom, right? So if you're gonna go all in, like if you've got $10,000, then you need to make sure it's something that has a explosive narrative. Gaming and AI are narratives that I think will have constant money flows. They will trend at different times, but I'll have money flows and they're exciting. And what you want is that one that's got a perfect balance of pumpermentals and fundamentals. Like it's got some tier 1 VCs, but it's not Binance or Coinbase. It's not on Coinbase or Binance, and it's just got that ability to push into that eventually. And that is what you've got here. There's quite a few different cryptocurrencies in here that you could have done that with. Like of this lot, out of everything here, if I was going to go all in on something, I'd probably go all in on QORPO. Star Heroes. I think really, really small. Off the grid, obviously, if you could. I think that's almost impossible to get. So yeah, that's what I would do. Only if something is like super low value and is in an explosive narrative would I consider going all in on one. But really 10, and I would have like, personally speaking, if I was starting today, this might be a very, very good video idea, I could probably go kind of 4 or 5 gaming plays, 3 AI plays, and a layer 1 and a layer 2 maybe. That's probably what I would do. Or a deep in. Yeah, so I'd probably go 4 games, 3 AI, 1 deep in, 1 layer 1. And that gives 1 more. Maybe another deep in. I don't know. Or maybe another AI. But I would have diversification across the most explosive narratives. It's what I would do. Shout out to Tao Inu community and all of the crypto space. Nice one. Tao Inu were featured in my last video. Thoughts on Youthiverse. Hold on a minute. Let me just... I don't want to be on for more than a couple more minutes, I would say. Youthiverse. So there isn't one. Is there one here? Youthiverse. No. What the fuck is this? Every time you know. What? This looks awesome. Meet someone special. This looks like GTA in the metaverse. I fucking love this. I don't know what it is. Is it a cryptocurrency? I don't know. But oh yeah, token sales at universe.io. Huh? Have they just got both then? Metaverse real estate. I hate these. They just feel like what's it called? Scams. It seems quite interesting, to be honest, though. Not gonna lie, it looks quite interesting. I think that is it. Is that it? Yes, that is it, I believe. That's not it. What do you mean that's not it? That's all that came up. GT protocol. Should I go all in? Probably not at this stage. Like, I went quite in, I have to say. And that is always an enjoyable opportunity. But, it's good, though. Look at that. You know, it's near 1-to-1 in terms of market cap to volume. Fucking insane. What's this? This Broad Poison? What? Dickheads. What do you think of Portal? Yeah, so it looks good, to be honest. I didn't really look into it that much. Should I hop into QORPO immediately? Well, you know what I've said on QORPO. I don't have a starting price, but you know, without a starting price, I can't really say because you have no reference point. But what I would say is try and get it as low as possible, or just wait for it to. Whatever, wait for it to come out, and because normally the first 2 days are its most frenzied. Should we invest in AIT protocol? AIT protocol is a fucking magnificent cryptocurrency. Like, I had no idea they were going to be as good as they have ended up being. Like, basically partnering up and being a subnet on Bitensor, like the first subnet to actually work in partnership with them to hone dApps with AI models and machine learning. Fucking beautiful. And they are burning supply. So it's a beauty to me. But if you were going to go all in now, it's a bit late. Yep, ScarQuest is good. Talked about it last time. The only coin I haven't seen pump massively yet is Mixmob. Yeah, give that time. Give that time. Is it really much of a Solana ecosystem right now? I mean, it is with something like Pith. Pith's doing fucking amazing. I have to admit that when I bought Pith, because if you'll remember watching my portfolio video, I bought Pith quite, well, I wouldn't say late, but Pith, where the fuck are you? Pith. There you are. I bought this at 32 cents. And I thought it was quite late, but actually, yeah, it's just done quite magnificently since then. And it's quite a major part of my portfolio. Not as big as Mixmob. Mixmob's much bigger in my Solana portfolio. So, yeah, give it time. Give it time. Wait for gaming season to come back. Look at MoonEdge now. Oh, no. I don't know if I really want to. Fucking hell. Note to self. Buy before the video. No, I'm joking. I am not crypto banter. Suppoman. Tommy Velez. Suppoman. Nearly at have nots and have yachts levels. Bitcoin breaking all-time high before halving. Let's go, brother. It could happen. It could happen. The momentum of it is nothing short of incredible. So it would not surprise me. I just thought I was going to get it. But hopefully I'll be able to get into the coins that... But it to me, it's not a bad investment at all. It's not a bad investment at all, because just think of it. Look, they have already got Xverse, they've had Amalia, and I believe these guys look like they're quite well connected. And whatever they have got, look, ROI 44.4x, ROI 15.3x. I've never heard of them, but they've obviously done well. So, you know, you've got a twofold benefit with something like MoonEdge. So, yeah. MoonEdge, if you're watching... MoonEdge, if you're watching, you're welcome. Right, okay. I think that's it, people. Thank you all for turning up. I really appreciate all of your attendance and your obvious passion and addiction to making gains, of which I am probably the ultimate YouTuber to bring. I don't care what anybody says about me. You know, I'm on a mission to make savage money in this market for you and for me. Like, yeah, a lot of, you know what, funnily enough, I saw a video somebody made a couple of days ago. There's pretty well-known YouTuber now, and it was complaining about me, and yet does a sponsored video. So makes no, in the same video as well. That was a piss take. That was probably the most ironic thing I've ever seen. Like, takes the piss out of me and then does a sponsored video, which to me is a big no-no. If you're talented enough to make calls and say this is a good investment, you don't need to get paid by... Look, I don't have YouTube ads. I don't make you sit through an ad before you watch me. Like, I don't do sponsored videos, even though I get probably about 10 at least offers a day. Oh, we'll pay you this much, we'll pay you that much to just talk about it. Nah. It's not worth it. And this is why you get quality with me. That's why you get the likes of... That's why you get these insane bits of data anyway. You know, that allows you to be able to make... I'm a bit big, aren't I? It allows you to make investment decisions. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah. So, if you're a good investor... You don't need to be paid. Thank you very much for the blockchain club for €1.99. €1.99. Right, people. Appreciate all of you. Glad you all here turned up, and I will see you of the next time. Let me know in the comments if there's any particular cryptocurrency that you like the sound of, want me to cover, and I will look at it, because wow, there's just a lot. There's a lot of talent out there right now. A lot of sexy cryptocurrency talent. You know, mwah! Just want to tongue kiss a lot of them. So make sure you put it in the comments. And before you leave, also, tap the like. Tap the like. It's only 471 likes. 891 of you. Love you all, people. And I will see you of the next time. It is lights out. All out.